Hello and welcome to another episode of Sayak Talks Sport. We will go through everything that happened in the world of sports in the Indian context in the last 1 week. So let's just dive right in. In just 1 week, Indian sports gave us a sprinter rewriting history, a wrestler fighting the system, football fans fearing a World Cup blackout, and Indian football getting a new national champion. So the week started in a crazy, fantastic way, and especially special for me personally because East Bengal FC won the ISL 2025-26 by defeating Inter Kashi in the final match day in an unbelievable league title race where they pipped Mohun Bagan on goal difference and won a national league for the first time in 22 years. It was a generational moment for supporters, absolute euphoria at the Kishore Bharati Stadium in Kolkata as fans thronged the ground. They invaded the pitch right after the final whistle, and it was mayhem. It was wonderful. And so East Bengal have ended a 22-year wait, and it's a great occasion for the fans because after lots of banter, lots of trolls throughout the last 2 decades, they could not win anything in the national circuit apart from cup titles. They used to finish second, third in the I League, constantly missing out on the title, and it was not a good sight to see them in the Indian Super League where they were finishing at the bottom end of the table continuously after each season. So it's a huge occasion for one half of Kolkata as they celebrate a league title after 22 years. The following day they went to the club ground. There was a huge celebration. The East Bengal Ultras thronged the stadium, and there were crazy celebrations with fireworks, with smoke shows, with pyros all across the night, and it was absolute euphoria. I congratulate all East Bengal fans, and of course I am an East Bengal fan, so Joy East Bengal deserve the shout in this podcast. Apart from East Bengal's heroics in Indian football, the national team is ushering a new era as Team India are currently in London. They will face Jamaica in the first Unity Cup match. It's a great occasion as India does not really get opportunities to play teams outside South Asia. So that's a great thing happening for Indian football team. It will be exciting to see how Khalid Jamil tackles a much stronger opponent in Jamaica, especially in London. So it's going to be an exciting time. So we are looking forward to it. Apart from that, the week's most important news when it comes to national team sports is of course the heroics of Gurindervir Singh. Gurindervir Singh breached the 100-meter national record at the Federation Cup in Ranchi, where he ran 100 meter in just 10.09 seconds. That is a crazy number. It broke the national record, and he became the first ever Indian to record a 100-meter sprint below 10.10 seconds. Massive movement for Indian athletics. Of course, globally, if you look at records, it is not as great, but for Asian athletics, for Indian athletics, it's a huge occasion which makes us believe that we have the genes, we have the fitness, we have the nutrition, and we have the mentality, most importantly, to have the capability to compete at the finest level of world sports. Gurindervir Singh, of course, is a small town Punjab boy. He hails from Jalandhar, India, in Punjab. Coming from an army family, he of course joined the Indian Navy, and the Navy made him professional. The Navy allowed him to get those resources, get those facilities to pursue sport, and he has done what we always want Indian athletes to do, to punch way above their weight. And Gurindervir Singh on his own has been sharing a very healthy rivalry with Animesh Kujur, the Assamese boy. They both have been thrashing national records at the 100-meter level in the past few years. So it's also amazing to see that we have we finally have some athletes who are not afraid to challenge themselves and to not be bowed down by the opinion and the propaganda that Indians are not fit enough, the Indians don't have the genes to run sprints. Indians do have the genes and Indians do have the facilities now, and that time comes, we will soon compete at the world's finest level. I believe that. That was the good news from Indian athletics. More good news from Indian athletics, which I should be covering, is Tejas Shankar. He became the first Indian decathlete to score above 8,000 points, and he also has qualified for the Commonwealth Games. Vishal TK, he also breached the 400-meter national record, clocking less than 45 seconds. So good news from Indian athletics when it comes to track events. Field events not so much, as in the Federation Cup, none of the javelin throwers breached the Commonwealth Games qualification record, which is not a good news, especially because Neeraj Chopra, India's golden boy, has been inactive for a while, so not much to cover, not much to talk about from the arena of field sports, field events in athletics. India's javelin did, of course, get a huge boost when Neeraj Chopra won the Olympic gold in Tokyo 6 years ago, and since then he has been a force to reckon with, winning golds everywhere he went. So that made us believe that javelin perhaps can be India's new sport which we can dominate. But in the last few months, it has not been a good story. It has not been a good news so far, which is concerning. But we hope that that our javelin athletes recuperate pretty quickly and come back to the scene of breaking records. Of course, the Vinesh Phogat issue continued throughout this week, as the Wrestling Federation of India refused to let her allow participate in the Asian Games trials. They cited that since Vinesh Phogat was inactive from the scene due to her being pregnant for maternity reasons, she could not participate in the events, in the national events in the last 1 year. And WFI cited their rules that you have to participate in events of the federation in the last 1 year to be eligible for the Asian Games trials. So she did go to the Delhi High Court, and Delhi High Court reprimanded the Wrestling Federation of India, saying that it is exclusionary, it is also anti-women in nature. Indian sports systems should support motherhood and should not use this reason as a excuse to exclude women athletes. So Delhi High Court has allowed her, and Vinesh Phogat will participate in the Asian Games trials. Of course, there are some issues still remain, as some reporters have been saying that the lists have already been submitted to the Asian Games Federation for wrestlers who are going on the trials. So that's a concern. However, the story is still developing. Vinesh Phogat is still fighting. So we have a lot to look forward to as the trials come closer. Also, it's a FIFA World Cup year, of course. Defending champions Argentina will be back on the pitch to defend the title. Of course, I am an Argentina fan, so I will be supporting Argentina. But the issue at this moment is that there is not a single official broadcaster in India for the mega event, as at this time of the month, at this time when the podcast is being recorded. Of course, Zee Entertainment is in negotiations with FIFA. They are citing a deal worth $35 million, which is much lesser than what FIFA had originally asked. They had demanded $100 million, and JioStar and Sony were in talks, but no deal actually got materialized. So Zee Entertainment are the front runners. Zee Entertainment, of course, is coming back to the sports broadcasting ecosystem in India. They're planning to launch multiple sports channels, which makes them a new entrant. Of course, we love competition. It's always been Star and Sony for a while, so it's nice to see Z Entertainment come back. Of course, they had Z Sports back in the day, but the channel got removed because of some company policies and goals. So it's nice to see them back on the scene. So we are hopeful that there will be some sort of broadcast. We expect the deal to be closed by the end of this week. So yeah, that is that from my end for this week's Indian sports wrap up. Hope you like my show. Hope you got some new knowledge, new updates which you might have missed in the hulla bulla of IPL and cricket and world football. Of course, Premier League champions Arsenal and Champions League, the final is coming in. So my job is to just let you know that there is a world outside of the premier sporting events. So yeah, that is me. I will catch you up soon enough in the next week as we keep watching and covering Indian sports. Thank you. Good night.